The wife of San Diego Congressman Duncan Hunter pleads guilty to misusing campaign funds. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Carlo Cicchetto.
And I'm Barbara Lee Edwards. 44-year-old Margaret Hunter admitted to a federal conspiracy charge for using thousands of dollars in campaign funds for personal expenses. She and her husband were charged last year in a 60-count indictment. News 8's Heather Hope is live downtown with the sentence Mrs. Hunter is facing. Heather?
And in changing that plea to guilty, Margaret Hunter essentially is saying that she's conspired and knowingly and willfully stole more than $200,000 in campaign funds along with her husband. A part of the plea agreement that she took today, she's now telling investigators, a part of this U.S. case, that she will agree to tell everything she knows about every person in this crime.
Yes, sir. Did I get a chance to talk to your husband?
Staying silent to reporter questions and showing no emotion, Margaret Hunter walked with her attorney Logan Smith by her side, while her husband, Congressman Duncan Hunter, was nowhere in sight.
Will you be cooperating with the prosecution?
She pleaded guilty to a federal conspiracy charge for using thousands of dollars in campaign funds for personal expenses. She didn't speak, but let her attorney Thomas McNamara read a short apology statement on her behalf.
In doing so, I have fully accepted responsibility for my conduct. I am deeply remorseful, and I apologize. I am saddened for the hurt that I've caused my family and others.
The Hunters were charged last year in a 60-count indictment of misusing campaign money as their personal bank account and falsifying federal campaign finance reports to cover their tracks. 44-year-old Margaret Hunter faces up to 5 years in federal custody and a fine of up to $250,000.
I understand that there will be more consequences stemming from my actions, but as demonstrated this morning with the entry of the plea, I've taken the first step to face those consequences.
Now many want to know, will Margaret Hunter testify against her husband? Her attorneys did not say.
She does have a spousal privilege for certain things, obviously, but she may say, no, I want to plead guilty. I want to testify against him.
Criminal defense attorney Gretchen Von Helms says the federal government wants Mrs. Hunter to cooperate, and it could work to her advantage.
The federal sentencing guidelines are designed and set up that if you cooperate against a co-defendant or other people, you will get a break in your sentencing.
Hunter is due back in federal court for sentencing on September 16th. New at 6:30 will detail the 5 penalties she faces for pleading guilty in this federal case.